You know what?
Every time you park under the tree, and then you get mad at me because
They
you get bird
say,
poop.
but you know what? I heard somewhere once. Whoever they are, they said if you bird shits on your car, it's good luck.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna make that into effect now.
Okay.
It's almost Friday.
It
Push.
is. We have a very special day today because we have an event that we're going to shortly after this. We're going to the Women of Vision lunch
so
for Flagler
excited.
College. Yes, we're going to get into our fancy outfits. In fact, from the neck down, or no, my pants are on. Obviously.
I hope your pants are on.
Obviously, they're on.
Well,
yeah.
you know what? At this point, we've been friends so long, it wouldn't matter. You can wear your underwear. I don't care.
Two shoots to the breeze
I
here.
can't.
Well, good morning, Sonnies, with that picture in your head. Today, we're turning into the brightness all the way up because this show is stacked like a summer cooler before a boat day. See what I did there?
Oh, I see. You're so punny today.
Isn't that fun? We got local stories with heart, civic space, a splash of good news from around the world, power ballads today with emotional shoulder
And
pads.
one of them's in my freaking head right now.
Oh my God, it's so good.
It wants to come out.
Movies that smell like childhood, and of course, I've got a sunshine shenanigans story that I'll tease a little bit later. But before we get into all that and unpack this with the TLDR, or whatever the kids say these days, we got Mel on the Sunny Snack scene. Mel, what are we serving up today?
Well, I'm holding out on snacks for the shows because I can't wait to try the Women of Vision foods.
Women of Vision foods. You were under.
I know Ashima's not gonna let me down.
There is definitely a microscope on.
Yes.
Is this food news today?
Angie,
right?
we love you too. Angie said love to you guys. All right, guys, but today we're getting dockside delicious and just a little bit dog obsessed.
Yes!
Because Captain Whitney and Captain Rock from Boat Drinks are coming on to talk rum, summer sneak peeks, a voting of pups on the patio, and maybe even a little tiny yummy teas.
I am so excited. They're bringing all the things.
I love them.
And a really cool little education moment for all of us about rum that I didn't even know about.
So
He was like,
good.
I want to talk about a little bit about rum today. And I was like, okay, I feel that vibe. Let's
And
go.
now I want to drink some rum.
I know. Kind of interesting,
But
right?
not in a pirate way. And then we've got sunshine shenanigans involving a receipt, a $0 tip, a daycare parking lot, and a
Yes.
waitress who apparently said, customer service, no customer follow-up.
And a little shake-up-a-rooney with the commissioners downtown. Commissioners, there's a new Davis Shores sign. Luckily, I got first dibs on that picture. We're going to be the judge and the jury today. Is the sign worth it, or is it just looks like we're getting?
I'm going to be the judge of this.
Yeah, I want you to see this, Mel. I'm going to need your help on this. Tell me your opinion, but we'll get to it later.
Oh,
yeah.
you know I will. You don't have to give me an invite. And we're talking local headlines, the future of St. Augustine's carriage horses, and what happens when tradition, change, and compassion all show up in the same city meeting. Ooh.
Yeah, and we've got some other great national and worldwide stories, like a recycling glow-up and seals with a velvet rope. That's the kind of environmental news I want to talk about. I'm excited.
And our favorite, well, my favorite segment is DJ Snack Pack. And we're going full 80s drama today, so get ready to sing it out.
Yeah, sing out, Louise.
Power Ballad.
Oh, it's fierce.
It's fresh.
It's Sunny TV, and we're so happy to be here with our title sponsors, the Bailey Group and Steve Chapman's All-American Air.
Be ready for anything with the Bailey Group, an NFP company. Life is full of unexpected moments. Whether it's securing your family's future, protecting your business, or planning for individual wealth, the Bailey Group is here to guide you every single step of the way. Since 1954, the Bailey Group has been a trusted cornerstone of the St. Augustine community. Under the leadership of President Mark Bailey, they've grown from a local agency into a nationally recognized firm, offering tailored solutions for individuals, families, and businesses, with a focus on individual health and life insurance, Medicare solutions, group insurance, and property and casualty commercial coverage. The Bailey Group combines cutting-edge technology, strategic partnerships, and personalized service to deliver the peace of mind you deserve. Give them a call today, 904-461-1800.
Hi, I'm Steve Chapman, owner of All American Air Conditioning and Heating. For over 40 years, we've been serving St. Augustine and the surrounding areas. We're the largest HVAC dealer in St. Johns County, providing high-quality service and products. With courteous technicians responding to your HVAC needs, our expertise will give you confidence in your investment. Family-owned All American Air Conditioning, voted best of St. Augustine for more than 20 years running.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, Mom.
All right, so I have a question.
I know.
Mom, I need you to answer this question. What is My middle name.
Oh, yeah. What is your middle name?
Mom, tell everybody my middle name. Let's see. All right. Okay, guys. So now it's time to get into some weather.
Yeah, I can hear us, so it seems like we're okay.
You guys. Well, today it is going to be a high of 85 with all the sun. Winds are coming in north-northeast by 8 miles per hour, and wind gusts are 15 miles per hour. Tonight it's going to drop down to about 64, but wind gusts are going to be 13 miles per hour, so it's going to be actually a nice night outside. How about we get into some Details by Dean?
DetailsByDean.com.
All right, here we go. Today in National Food Holidays, it's National Buttermilk Biscuit Day. That sounds really good.
It does sound like a brick of food, though, for sure.
I love that. I love it. And it's National Dance Like a Chicken Day.
Oh, wait. That's right.
Let's do some notable births, shall we?
Okay, shall we?
First up, Mr. George Lucas. He was born in 1944. The man who gave us Star Wars. Indiana Jones. Yes, an entire galaxy of people arguing about which trilogy really counts.
All right, but I got to talk a little bit about George Lucas because he changed movie history, not just through storytelling, but through technology. His companies helped transform visual effects, sound design, and the modern blockbuster filmmaking. Star Wars was not just a movie, it was a cultural engine with a lightsaber.
And also born today, Sofia Coppola, filmmaker, style icon, and queen of the quite emotional
Do
devastation.
you like her movies? I don't know if I love them. I know, and I really want to love Sofia.
You know why I wanted? You know why we wanted
Virgin
to like her?
Suicides, I believe I saw, and I was like, man.
Because her last name's Coppola. That's why we wanted to like her.
I mean, of course. They're iconic Hollywood celebrity there, yeah.
And it's also happy birthday to David Byrne, born in 1952. He's
David Byrne, yes.
the frontman of Talking Heads.
That's right.
And also, Mr. Mark Zuckerberg.
Hey,
happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Zuck. That's amazing.
We wouldn't have all this meta stuff without him.
And the beautiful platform called Threads, which is a very inspiring.
We wouldn't be able to do Sunny TV without him.
That's the truth. So happy birthday, boss man. That's awesome.
Let's move to science and innovation. This is pretty important. In 1796, Edward Jenner tested the first smallpox vaccine. Tiny needle, giant outcome.
Yeah, Big Boy Jenner's work helped launch the science of vaccination and eventually contributed to smallpox becoming the first human disease eradicated worldwide. That is one of the biggest medicine victories, full stop.
Yes. And let's do some film and TV because this stuff's really fun. In 1998, the final episode of Seinfeld aired, and 76.3 million people gathered around. I said it. To watch a show.
Let me tell you a little bit of perspective here. If Cheers' finale was only 33 million people, can you imagine Seinfeld had 76.3 million people?
That means all the land.
Right. That's incredible. I mean, did you love a Seinfeld?
Did you like that? You know my least favorite character?
Who was
it?
Elaine?
Toss-up. George Costanza.
You didn't like George.
And Kramer.
Oh, you didn't like either one of them?
He was
I mean, we all have people in our lives like a George or a Kramer, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like tongue-in-cheek and making fun of them.
And in 1967, Mickey Mantle hit a career home run number 500.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Baseball's never been the same. And that's all we got today for Details by Dean. What's up with music today, bro?
We've
got I called you bro.
The local music report to make you proud on this Thursday, May 14th. Drum it, hum it down, Sonnies. Here we go. Jim Lamb at the Milltop Tavern at noon. That's his residency, baby. Smokin' Joe, he took a shower at Backyard Island at the Meehan's Irish Pub. Russ DeFilippis over at the Bin 39. We love you guys over at Bin 39. 1 o'clock today. Sean Ryan is sweeping the nation at La Cocina. Scott Hall's Bin 39 Wine Bar. And then we have got a mystery guest at Guy Harvey.
Oh, no.
He's starting up at 4:30. John Q, Milltop Tavern. There he is, 4:30. Ooh, the sultry sounds of Jim Aselta at Terra and Aqua, 5 o'clock p.m. Vinny Jacobs, Hurricane Grill and Wings at 5. Trevor Compton at the St. Augustine Shores Golf Club. And Shayla Nelson, hey, boo, at Trade Winds Lounge at 5 o'clock. That's a legendary Trade Winds Lounge. Go to see Shayla. She's amazing. Not to be confused with Shyla Macaluso. She'll be right across the courtyard at 17 King at 6 o'clock. Hudson Vance, Two Creeks Bar and a tube of chapstick at 6 o'clock p.m. Joe Lee will be at Michael's tonight, 6 o'clock. Ooh, back on the stage at Prohibition Kitchen, Bad Dog Mama, 6 o'clock tonight. Colin Costco at Pesca at 6. Romanza Festival, of course, is doing Mama Blue in the Plaza. That's going to be really cool. Bring your chairs, though, and a little bit of bug spray. Just saying, it's humid outside. Mama Blue, Plaza Constitucion, 6:30. Joshua, Tennessee, Worthy, over at our friends at the Colonial Oak Music Park, 7 o'clock. Aaron DeChico, Cortez's Bistro, 7 o'clock. And finishing out tonight, 9 o'clock, is Verse Vitile.
Oh, my God. So my mom's autocorrect is taking over early this morning.
Oh, God bless your beautiful autocorrect, because we've got some great expectations from Maria.
When people are looking for a company, I want people to have great expectations. We are a small family-owned brokerage. What that means is you get really personalized service, and everything is very hands-on. You're not just getting tossed onto the MLS and crossing our fingers. We're very aggressive with our marketing. We're excellent with communication. We have a lot of amazing relationships in the community, so you're getting the advantages of all of those things.
Favorite guest in studio!
Why are you yelling again?
I am so excited. I know. I'm always like a Mack truck when on these. Like, Rah!
Here's David. Come on, everybody!
Well, joining us today are our loves, Captain Rob and Captain Whitney from
Hello.
Boat Drinks, baby. Yes.
Cuties.
The St. Augustine spot that knows how to pour a little sunshine, stir up a little fun, and make regular day feel like a dockside vacation with better snacks. Boom, I said what I said.
Nailed
Guys,
it.
welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
Happy
What
to
an
be here.
intro.
Always great.
It's always great. You guys have such an amazing vibe, and I love everything that you guys are doing and building a culture around boat drinks. Like, it's just, is it everything you guys ever dreamed of? Like, is this the vision that you guys wanted?
I feel like it's becoming the vision more and more every day. I think it's never finished,
Yeah.
right? Because we're always growing, we're always adding, and we're always kind of pivoting in any way we can. But I'd say we're getting pretty close.
I mean,
to the
creative
vision.
vibes are really eccentric with what you guys always put down. How do you guys balance the creativity and know when to roll it out? I think that's really important. Is you're not just overstimulating all of your patrons or audience. It's like you know when to roll it out. How do you do that?
I don't actually feel like I have an answer to that. I feel like it's just something that you feel
Yeah.
aesthetically. And for us, it's such a balance between the way Rob and I both work and what things are important to Rob and I. Like social media, I know, is obviously a big piece to the puzzle, but I also feel like I try to not super saturate social media because I'm trying to kind of focus where people come in and enjoy themselves
Totally,
and kind
yeah.
of put their phones down. And I
Yeah.
know, especially right now with how tech forward everybody is, we're trying to kind of like step back from that and make people want to just hang out and talk to each other at
Yeah.
a bar again. And I think a lot of that comes from the staff that we have and kind of the vibe that we have in there because it helps encourage that kind of hangout sense.
Absolutely.
Well, and I will say the fact that you guys are in there, right? Like, it's very. There's something to be said about being able to talk to the owners of a place, and you look in the kitchen, and Rob's back there hooking it up. Whitney's
Doing
cruising.
the thing, yeah.
But, and then she will come over and be like, "Oh my God, how it?" Not only like the traditional manager or owner thing, like how is everything, but it's like, "Oh, have you tried this?" And
Yeah.
like she gives the suggestions, and they're so friendly, and just meet them.
Yeah.
Do it.
So, for someone that hasn't been to boat drinks yet, what's a good way of explaining like an elevator pitch, or you're with somebody that, oh, I've never been to boat drinks. What would you say to that person to get them in the door?
I mean, we always say it's a state of mind. It's like, to us, it's like this nautical tropical hangout. It's kind of an escape. It's like just different than everywhere else. We focus on like kind of Caribbean cocktails, so really fresh cocktails.
Love it.
A lot of rum base, a lot of tequila base now, but like, we want this kind of transportive thing. You have a drink. It'd be great if we had a pool or a beachside, but we're not. But we want you to still have that same mentality, that drink in hand, feel like you're by the water, and then some really good food to go along with it.
Love
Just
that.
a quick escape, you
Yeah.
know?
You said the big R word, rum.
Rum.
So rum, you guys are really bringing into the forefront right now. Let's talk about rum and boat drinks. What's going on with this?
Rum, so you may have heard about it. It's, one of the oldest distillates.
The pirates love it. Yeah.
Pirates love it. Rum is amazing. It's kind of having its renaissance, its glow up right now.
I feel that, yeah.
Yeah, like the whiskey drinkers are getting into rum because rum's still accessible. It's still affordable. You're getting really good products, really nice aged rums for like a fraction of the cost of what you're even dealing with in the whiskey world.
Really?
And not to say that they taste similar or the same, but there are similar flavor profiles. I think the biggest misconception with rum is everybody's like, oh, it's from sugarcane, so it's sweet.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm
Mhm.
totally
Me
that dude. I'm like, I
too.
want to avoid sugar. So, okay.
Me too, me
Incorrect.
too.
Okay, so everything that's distilled or fermented to make alcohol comes from sugar.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter whether it's like barley, wheat, rice, corn, grapes, everything, you have to start with some kind of sugar. So if it's not readily sweet, like your wheat and your corn, you have to basically cook the starch to release the sugar. Same way as like, think of a sweet potato, like in its raw
Ew.
form versus cooked,
Yeah.
how sweet it is. So you're releasing the sugar by cooking it. And that's the first
Interesting.
step. But on sugarcane, you don't have to do that. You can freshly press it and you can ferment just the juice, or you take molasses, which is the leftover sugar material from making raw sugarcane, like basically table sugar, and that's what you can ferment. So
So fascinating.
it's just a sugar source. No sugar makes it through distillation, period.
Hmm.
Now, there are some bad brands out there that add sugar after the fact. We don't carry those. We curate ours very heavily. We have a lot of customers that come in, they ask for certain things, and we're like, well, we don't have that. And they get disappointed. And we're like, well, let me tell you why, because
Yeah.
there's sugar added in this.
Yeah.
The thing that you think is so smooth and you think that is 23 years old because it's got a number on the label,
Yeah.
well, it's not 23 years old and it's got a lot of sugar in it.
And there's a big shakedown with the tequila
Yes.
world
100%.
too with this too. I think even George Clooney was under the microscope on this because there's added preservatives on some of this stuff. So it's not the actual authentic, right? Am I saying
Correct.
this right? Okay.
Yes,
there's-
they're not transparent about it either because it is a
Yeah.
law.
Yeah.
And they're not even preservatives. They're just additives for flavor. So George Clooney likes to add vanilla. He likes to add glycerin to his
Right.
tequila. It's
Soap.
I mean,
It's basically, I'm gonna clean the gut.
Glycerin
there,
Kind
yeah.
of like
soap,
that,
right?
and
Well,
then it's
it's-
that like mouthfeel that you get from Fireball, that kind of like that coats the
It's
inside
the-
of your
the
mouth. That's what
roundness
that
to
is.
it, yeah.
Wow, I didn't know
Grey
that.
Goose
Yeah.
has that.
Okay, so
Yeah.
let me tell you guys something. Not only like is their place amazing, but you're learning.
I love this.
I do too
I
because
want to. I mean, if I'm gonna drink, I want
I
to
want
drink
it to be
right.
good.
And it be
Yes.
perfect. Yeah, and then not just like absolutely killing my vibe, which a lot of these add-ons do. I mean,
so
that's,
wait a
yeah.
minute. So with these alcohols that add the added sugar, is that why like you'll get sick and like throw
That's
up
actually
and
a
get
good
the
question.
headaches and
I
everything?
mean, sugar is definitely a major component to hangovers.
Okay.
Yeah.
100%. Like, not to jump off of rum, but I mean, there's two kinds of tequilas. There's 100% agave tequila and there's mixto tequila. So like your classic Cuervo Gold, that's a mixto tequila, which means they've added sugar into it.
Yeah.
So if you're hitting that bottle hard,
Ooh.
Shaka Khan.
you're gonna have a horrible headache the
That's
next day
called
versus if you had like let's say
19.
the same amount of an 100% agave tequila, you would feel totally different.
So
And
now-
sugar is like such a big reason. I mean, I'm sure there's many other factors that could go into that situation, but
yeah,
like
absolutely.
the root of it is going to be coming from the sugar consumption that is kind of making you feel awful the next day. And it gets a bad rap because, you know, like bad tequila obviously is going to take you down. And like there's so many rums that they add sugar to because they need flavor, right?
Yeah.
Like a lot of times sugar and additives like that are just covering up like poor distillation.
Interesting. Yeah,
I
it's just
love
sort of
this.
like a Band-Aid over the actual
love it.
product.
I just
So-
learned all the things.
Yeah, but I want to go back to rum because it is getting its flowers right now, and I think that's a really important conversation to have because I was shying away from it because it was so sweet, but it that doesn't necessarily have to be. Are there different grades of rum?
So the beauty of rum is it's made all around the world. Every country, for the most part, has some kind of distillate that's a sugarcane distillate. So some form of rum. They call it different things. But at the end of the day, there are no rules with rum, and that's where the misconception is that because it can be made in so many different places. Now, individual countries have their own rules. So certain countries say you can't add sugar, you can't have these additives. It has to be done this particular way. So there are some countries to kind of look for that do things a little bit better across the board. Like
Interesting.
Jamaica is a good country for that
They
example.
take rum very seriously.
They
Yes.
take it
Jamaica, yeah.
very seriously. I mean, their rum is a little bit more bold and a little bit more funky. Like Appleton's one of the ones we see all over the place. You know, it's in every liquor store. You see it on a lot of back bars. They do a phenomenal job. They're on the low end of funky though on Jamaica. Like we have
Really?
really crazy funky Jamaican rums. I mean, this goes back to history. Over 200 years plus of distillation. I mean, some of this stuff they're burying this fermentation underground and letting it ferment, and you get these like funky, crazy notes, but it's highly sought after.
Interesting. I love
Wow.
it. So, how do you drink rum? Can you drink it on the rocks? Can you do a mixed drink? What's some of the boat drinks vibes with some rum?
I think a lot of it depends on where the rum is from.
Okay.
Like those flavor profiles that Rob's talking about. So like Jamaican rum, we're going to use very differently than a rum from, let's say, Martinique or something like that. That's going to be a little more vegetal. Aged, if it's an aged rum or an
You can
aged
get a
rum.
really earthy rum, right?
Yes.
Very earthy. I mean, the ones from like fresh pressed sugarcane juice, you're tasting the plant. It's amazing.
love that.
It's very close to like agave in that sense of like tequila, where you're getting this kind of grassy vegetal nature to it. You're
That's a
tasting the
Martinique
raw.
rum.
Yeah, that basically the French islands have this AOC where you have to make it with fresh pressed sugarcane, so they call it agricole rum. There's a whole process behind it, but rum's so diverse. So if you come in and you say, I like gin, or I like vodka, or I like this and that, I'm going to put you on something. Vodka might be the hardest one because we don't really have too many neutral flavor rums, but everything else, like, if you're a whiskey drinker, you're a scotch drinker, I can put you onto something. So, we kind of take that into account, and we also, the drinks are based on that. So we're looking for a rum profile that has certain flavors that maybe amplify the drink a little bit more. Like our espresso martini, we use a rum from Guyana. So Guyana's got a very rich history dating back to pirates, colonial times of making rum, and they have an incredible distillery that has these old stills from like 200 years ago. Some of them are made out of wood. This is like a museum quality, but they're in service. And so, we use that rum because it's got this like nice body and kind of earthy notes, but it's very dry and plays really well in that drink.
That's awesome.
This
I love
is
that.
so cool.
Yeah.
I did not know Guyana had rum.
Me neither.
Delicious rum.
Very good
really
rum.
good.
So, like,
Really?
what's a typical day with you guys are not at the bar and, like, you're at home? Are you like, oh, I'm going to go down a rum right now? Like, what is that? What is your vibe? What's a Captain Rob? What's Captain
what do
Whitney
you eat at
drinking?
home with
Yeah.
the
Yeah, we
food?
definitely don't really drink at home
Okay,
a lot.
okay.
I mean,
Sometimes, but not really. It would be
It's
like wine if
when
it's at the house.
people are over. We have a collection at the house, a personal collection that
I'm
is
sure.
almost as large
I
as
can
the bar.
only imagine.
I'm sure.
It's ridiculous.
So it's more of like if people are coming over. We drink a lot of margaritas.
Cool. Yeah.
It's just poolside
Yeah.
go to. But a good daiquiri is still one of the best cocktails in my opinion. It's just rum, lime, and sugar, so simple syrup. But what you do with those three ingredients, you can make a phenomenal drink that is super high end, or you can make a trash drink. It really
I love
just
it. Yeah.
it's one of those things, but it's not the frozen junk that you get in like New Orleans, this Mardi Gras kind of thing. It is a really clean, sexy drink,
I love
but you
this.
gotta know what you're doing.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Balance is key.
Yeah, you guys are bringing frozen drinks back too. I gotta shout that out too. That's it's a fun
We
moment.
are, and I think that is like a battle that we fight a little bit there. Is people are like, oh, I don't want that. It's going to be really sweet.
Yeah.
But we make everything from scratch. Like every single thing in that building is made from scratch. Especially the pina colada, I think is
That was really good because I
Yeah.
did try that when
You
we were
did.
doing the
Yeah, you did.
commercial.
That's right. That's right.
You guys, and I am not a sweet drinker.
I get it. Me neither.
And I was like, okay, I'm going to try it. Let me tell you something. I have never tasted a pina colada like this.
Yeah.
It's very unctuous, a lot of coconut because it's
So
high fat
good.
coconut milk. Fat is the key to flavor, right?
Sure.
So,
Yes.
and that is
Well,
why
yeah.
that coconut is so good in there because we use this really beautiful high fat coconut milk in the mix.
Yeah, we're not using Coco Lopez. We're using a really good coconut milk from Thailand. It's got a lot of fat in it, which is important because you think of coconut, it's coconut oil. There's fat in there. It needs that. It carries the flavor. So figuring out how to make that work in a frozen drink without it turning into basically ice cream, like solidifying the fat,
Yeah.
was a big thing for us. But we hear it all the time. People love that pina colada because
So good.
it is so pure and so true to the flavors of it. And it's so different than just a chemical bomb that you're getting in a can.
Yeah, and you're
Yeah,
not.
true
And you know
story.
what I noticed too? I didn't get that like puffy, gross feeling that you
Yeah.
get like when you go
Like you
somewhere that
overdid
has
it
like
or
the
something, yeah.
mixer
Yeah.
machine and
Yeah,
things.
they put so many stabilizers in those mixes, and it's all just a bunch of chemicals, essentially. And so for us, that was a big part of creating boat drinks was that we wanted a craft frozen drink place because everybody loves a frozen drink. And when, you're going to drink the bad ones occasionally, obviously, because right place, right time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Of course.
But for us, we were like, how can we retool this and make it like more approachable and make it actually fresh and delicious? And I feel like we achieved that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Speaking about achieve, I think one of the really cool partnerships I've seen you guys do is with Swamp Haven and puppies and dogs, and I love watching pups on the patio.
Yeah.
It's iconic.
Such an iconic thing. And in fact, Mel, you have 5 guys Sundays. We have 5 pictures today. We're gonna flash up. Mel's gonna flash them up, and I want you to vote number 1, 2, 3, 4,
Tilly.
5. Who you like? There's Tilly.
Ed.
Oh my God, Ed is the
Ed,
cutest.
let me get up, Nicolata, yo. And number 3 is Sugar Daddy.
Sugar Daddy.
What a
Happy.
name.
Love that
I
name.
know. Number 4, his is Davy.
I know. He stole my name.
Oh my God.
And then number 5.
Bruno.
So guys, vote. Who's your favorite doggy right now? Put it in comments. Only 1 vote per person. You know how we get, but that's awesome. So talk about pups on the. Is that just something that organically happened? And you're like,
Yes.
let's go with this.
When we were downtown, we had the tiniest patio ever.
Yeah.
There was a 4-top and 2 2-tops out there, and it was so small, but people would always bring their dogs because I feel like we're a little shy and short on dog patios in St. Augustine.
Yeah.
Insurance has stepped in and made a lot of patios not dog friendly. But for us, it was just people bringing their dogs downtown, and we just kind of started taking pictures of them. Our bar manager, Joel, is the one that takes 95% of these
Yeah, the
photos.
font that he uses is even super
So
cool.
he'll send them on the group chat, and then I just keep up with them.
Oh, that's
and
so
like
great.
it is like it's kind of nuts that we still do it because it'll if I get behind at all,
Oh, forget it.
I'll
You're
have
done.
like 45 dogs
Yeah,
that I just
right.
have to keep doing it. But now that we have a bigger patio, it's such a more welcoming space, and we all love dogs so much.
Absolutely.
I think almost everybody that works at Boat has a dog.
Yeah.
And
Dog is God spelled backwards. I
I
mean,
mean,
literally, they save my
I
life
wish
every
my
time.
dogs were the kind of dogs that I could bring and like hang
Oh,
out.
no.
But my
You're a
dogs,
circus.
my dogs are not those dogs. I'm always like, why can't you guys be those dogs? And they're like, we're just not.
we're just not. And we have so many regulars that are dogs,
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
everybody knows them, and
It's like dog cheers or something,
it
right?
feels
Like,
that way,
here comes
especially
Norm.
Sunday. Sunday, I feel like, is the day for the doggies,
Yeah.
which is why I
Aw.
usually do pups on the patio on Sundays because I'm trying
So I
to
was going to ask
encourage.
you, is it a concentrated effort on just one day, or is it this any day they can bring dogs, or what's
Any day you can
Any
bring
day,
your
yeah.
dog. I usually just do pups on the patio socially on Sundays.
So now
Yeah.
with pups on the patio, do you guys make, since you're so you like know all the things? Do you do like a special like doggy dessert or a doggy drink or something like
We sure do.
a pagarito?
Oh, we got to sure
Well-
do a pagarito.
We do a pup patty.
Do a
Okay,
pup
what is
patty.
that?
So yeah, just one of our burger patties, but unseasoned. We do it on the griddle. We chop it up and serve that for the dogs. We always tend to have dog treats
There's
out.
so many
as well
dog
as
treats.
Water. For one of the Swamp Haven events, we did little pup cups. We did a hot dog infused whipped cream.
So good.
Oh, God.
That's awesome.
I did try it.
You did?
Yeah,
You
that's
didn't
right.
know.
You have to.
What
I'm
was
a
it-
dog
what
dad.
did
I
it
have to
taste
try
It was a very subtle
It was
hot dog
subtle.
essence.
It was balanced, is what we'd say.
Hilarious. I love this.
Oh my gosh, I love that so much. So, how is the food sector going
Oh,
at
yeah.
Boat Drinks? You know we're obsessed. We love oysters. We
The
love
crab
everything on your
rangoons.
menu. But how's it going? What are people ordering these days?
Just hot dog cream.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Special.
Secret menu.
Delicious.
I feel like it's always bumping in the summer. Our specials change a lot from winter to summer just because of the temperature outside
Yeah.
and just like what people are wanting.
And what we want. I mean,
Yes.
our specials are based on what we want. Like, I mean, when I come up with these recipes, like our pepper shrimp banh mi, I wanted banh mi's. I couldn't find one in town that I liked that was sticking to more authentic banh mi, and we just decided to make our own. So
Wait,
we're
now what is that?
So like a Vietnamese sandwich banh mi.
That's right.
We have pickled daikon and carrots, some cilantro. We do this umami kind of mayo sauce, and we take our shrimp and we kind of broil them with some garlic butter and some Worcestershire and hot sauce blend, and kind of lay that out on there, and it's just a killer
That sounds
sandwich.
amazing.
The bread is kind of a French baguette style, but a little bit lighter. We actually get it out of New Orleans.
There's like a ton of cilantro
Yeah, I
on
mean,
there.
it's
It's
awesome.
crunchy.
Oh, so
it's
good.
super like vegetal, a lot of jalapeno. Like it's definitely like a salad on a sandwich with
That's definitely a customer favorite
That
that,
sounds
requests it a
amazing.
lot. We'll bring
so good.
now that it's warming up. We'll be doing snow crab rolls with a passion fruit mustard. That's
Oh,
killer.
cool.
my God, I'm so hungry right now.
Like we'll see poke come back. Like once the bluefin tuna start running in the Northeast again. I'm looking at lists all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paying attention to what's fresh. It's also like, if there's something fun we want to bring in, like we've done some hot dog events for some of the Swamp Haven things. I mean, it's just what we want to eat. But like right now, I mean, like it's like with the list, if it's good, I'm bringing it in.
Yeah.
Like we're in soft shell crab season. I haven't liked the way they've looked so far. They're a little small for my taste, but as they get bigger, we'll consider bringing them in. And we've done that quite a bit and done like soft shell sandwiches that are awesome. We like luckily just kind of got into locked in a shrimp contract because like
Okay.
shrimp's a big thing here.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
this is going to be controversial,
Hot
but
topic.
like we bring in fresh local Mayport shrimp.
This
That's
is a hot
huge.
topic
This
in
is
the
a
media
very
right
hot
now.
topic.
That is
Yes.
very huge.
Because there's a lot of people saying
They
that
got
it's,
a diabetes.
right, exactly. So clearing up no liabilities. How did you get this contract in? And this is really important to drive this,
It's
right?
really important.
So we've been working with one vendor since we opened. I mean, for almost 6.5 years now. They recently sold earlier this year, and we were a little concerned about their wholesale because they're processing up in Jacksonville. They were processing here in St. Augustine, the shrimp. But the problem is most of the processors, the biggest one in Jacksonville, or the biggest ones, all freeze their shrimp. So they're IQF shrimp. So even though it's caught there, it's processed there, you're getting frozen shrimp. We've only dealt in fresh shrimp, so we were pretty stressed for a while, and we were like, guys, we need to do something. We need to like lock this in. And so we did, and like for us, it's like I'd rather not serve it than serve something that's just
totally.
It makes
frozen.
a difference.
Yeah, I mean, and that's just if we're only talking about Mayport shrimp. There's a lot of places serving the overseas shrimp, which I wish the people that do the shrimp testing would come to
Right.
St. Augustine. If you're listening, please come to St. Augustine.
Shrimp police, where
Yeah.
are you? Yes.
I'm right here.
Oh, great. Yes.
I am because I hate nothing more. Like
yes, we know.
I have a list of things that are like
She does. It's a laundry
when
list.
it comes to food,
Yes.
especially. I hate when I go somewhere and I'm like, I really want shrimp, and then I'll get a dish, and I'm like, take a bite, and I'm like, this is freaking frozen. I'm not eating this.
You can
And I
tell.
send it
You
back.
can tell.
I
I
can
don't
even tell
want
by
it.
just by looking at it because
Yeah.
you can just see
Yeah.
they're just so minute.
Such a difference in the flavor.
So I would be
Absolutely.
remiss if I didn't ask you, but any brunch on the horizon?
Please say yes. Please say yes.
I mean, there's talks.
Okay. Well, that's good. That means there's progress.
Yes.
I'm telling you guys, it's going to be amazing when this happens. It's going to be so.
We're working really hard.
Okay.
Beyond talks, I'm actively
happening.
testing brunch recipes, so we're
Awesome.
working on it. It'll be I don't have an exact date, but like brunch will be coming soon.
That's fantastic.
And
And
if
it's
you-
going to be like the vibe of boat drinks, or is it going to be like griddle cakes and egg
Great.
crazy? Yeah.
We're just recreating Waffle House. I don't know.
All right. I love it.
My husband will be so happy.
I mean, I love Waffle House,
And
but
just so you guys know, if you need a taste tester for different items that you're
Yeah.
potentially thinking about, I will make time in my schedule.
You're
I
so
would love to.
thoughtful.
I
we
would love to
appreciate
help.
that.
It's a service for the people, guys. Service above self.
It'll definitely be a vibe, though. I mean, I want to make sure that we're going to have music some of those days, DJ some of those
Fabulous.
days,
Awesome.
We can
hopefully some
sing.
drag brunch some of those days
Oh,
too.
that'd be so great. Can't
So
wait.
I just want it to be a fun party brunch. Like I love that we're open from 12 to 6 on Sundays, and so that has always been the vision for us to do brunch. It's just taken us a little bit
That's
longer
okay.
to get
But
there.
it's smart because you're lining your aperture up for a bullseye. And I think that that's really what it's all about, is making sure you're giving quality things to people that want quality. And I love that.
Yes.
That is so cool.
And fun.
Yes, and a lot of fun with a capital F. I love that.
Absolutely.
So, summer. We're kicking off summer a little bit here. Any save the date moments or anything coming up at Boat Drinks, or just roll on in, baby?
We're kind of just rolling right now. We're definitely going to be showing some World Cup games
Oh,
while we're
good.
there.
Yes.
Games is gonna be
And
fun.
my Summer Slashers series will be coming back this
Stop
year.
Awesome.
So every Thursday night we show like a classic summer
Oh my God.
slasher. And I just like those movies.
Me
And
too.
so
Any kind of crappy
need
horror
an
movie, I have
excuse.
seen it. I love it. They're all
So
campy,
good.
fabulous. Yes, they're totally my vibe. So that's gonna be in Thursdays.
that'll be Thursday nights. We always start at around 7:30 or 8 o'clock because we do 21 and up after 7. And so generally those movies are a little
Yeah, no.
racy.
Yeah.
So I wait until after 7 to hope to play them. And then so that'll run through the summer. And then after that, it'll basically be Halloween.
Oh,
So I have a
love it.
question.
I love it.
If you had to pick a signature theme song for the summer for Boat Drinks, what would that song be?
Okay.
I mean, Groove is in the Heart is always my
Yes!
answer. It's always my
Yes,
answer.
I love it.
I feel like any time of year, that's the just like it's such an
It is
anthem
a
at boat
vibe.
drinks.
I
It's
love
such
that
a
song.
vibe.
Yeah, oh, such a great one. Captain Rob, Captain Whitney, thank you so much for
We
stopping
love
by
you
today.
Y'all, we
Love
love
you
you.
guys.
We are heading to boat drinks this weekend,
Yep.
so ding
David's
ding.
mom is in town, so we're coming.
Yes.
We're coming
Uh-oh.
for dinner.
They definitely are. And Aunt Debbie is all about getting that espresso martini.
Yes.
So excited. You guys are amazing.
Thank you,
It's gonna be
guys.
so much fun. Folks, we're going to take a quick break. Oh, put your pups in comments right now.
Do it.
We're going to take a quick break with Maritime Creative and Flashes and Brilliance.
Maritime vibe check.
Fresh version.
When the lights come on and the magic begins,
There's a crew behind the scenes that always wins.
Maritime Creative. They set the stage.
From sound to lights to video ways.
Big show, small space, doesn't matter a bit.
They show up, they glow up, they make it all lit.
No panic, no chaos, just smooth, clean flow.
They take a wild idea and make it glow.
Need a vibe, they build it.
Have a dream, they get it.
From spark to spotlight, they never forget it.
I trust them, I love them, they come on through.
Maritime Creative, that's the real stuff, boo.
So if you want your moment to rise and shine,
Call the crew that always gets it right every time. It's Maritime. Got gold? Got silver? Got a drawer full of what even is this? Then it's time to cash in with Flashes and Brilliance, Northeast Florida's most trusted gold buyers. They're not just buying gold, they're buying silver, rare coins, fine watches, estate jewelry, and all the sparkle you forgot you had. Don't just sit on your treasure. Turn it into cash today. Call John and Steph, the pros who make it easy. 904-540-7617. It's fast, it's friendly, it's Flashes and Brilliance, because your buried treasure belongs in your bank account.
we're
All
back.
right, we are back. Guys, in comments right now, can you hear me better? I think we fixed it. I'm not quite sure.
But thanks for hanging in with us.
Oh,
you
it
guys.
works. Guys, seriously, thanks for hanging in. It's like one of those moments where you see an absolute like car crash happening and you want to like fix it and you're like, I can't get to it. Oh, thank you so much.
Look, doing the heart.
I'm so happy that you guys stayed
We
in.
love our sunnies.
I can fix that interview. I can cut that out and I can raise the volume up. So I'm going to do some really cool Instagram stuff with that too. So we'll be good. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for sticking in. But let's get into some of these events, shall we?
Let's do it.
I love kids that can cook because that to me says, you going to make me a sandwich, okay? Well, the Women's Food Alliance is making more than just some sandwiches. They've got a Kids Can Cook baking dessert contest coming up for young bakers. Look how cute. 8 to 13 years old. So my Taylor can do this.
Yes.
And the theme is as sweet as it gets, why I like to bake desserts for my family.
Oh, stop.
They just announced the theme. Isn't that adorable?
That's adorable.
So kids can enter by submitting their favorite dessert recipe along with a short 50 to 75 word story about why that dessert matters to them.
I want to read those essays.
Me
How
too.
cute are those going to be?
I think we're going to be lightly involved with this. I say the word lightly because we're not the judges. They're definitely food like certified. They went to the schools and things.
Hello, I'm food certified.
That is true. She is the street meat on the feet.
Jeez, let's
So,
get it.
we're
June
gonna be-
19th. Entries are due by June 19th, and
Excellent.
finalists will be notified June 20th. The contest finale happens Wednesday, July 15th from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. at the venue
Okay.
on Hastings Main Street. Judges tasting begins at 4:15, so bring the dessert and
Okay.
your drama
Love,
early.
love
What's
it.
the grand prize those kiddos get?
What is the grand prize?
A 2-night vacation at the Mission Resort and Club, baking classes, donuts, ice cream treats, and more.
So you can
lick
get their
the spoon?
family. That's amazing.
I want to lick the spoon.
I want to win. I want a 2-night
Yes.
stay at that
Put
resort.
make Taylor do it.
We can make Taylor do it.
Yes.
Hey guys, Brad Paisley's coming to town. Put in comments if you care. I mean, some people really love Brad Paisley.
September 19th.
I mean,
Tickets
that's
go on
exciting.
sale tomorrow.
That's right.
Yeah.
How much are the tickets? You love this part.
Oh, I love this part. $59.31
Okay.
to $127.35. Wait a minute. How's it going to be 31 cents if the penny's gone?
That's the true.
How's it going to be? Well, you
gotta
could
round.
do a nickel for 35.
If it was at 31, I would round down for the people. I'm just saying. But listen,
There we
Brad
go.
Paisley has written 21 of his 24 songs, or our #1 hits, which means when you're singing along under the stars at the amp, you're hearing stories straight from the man who lived for them. Heartbreak music and wrote them up and turned them into country gold. God bless you, Brad Paisley. Some people like Brad Paisley.
Have fun at the amp, Brad Paisley.
Chungalong,
Enjoy our
chungalong.
It's chungalongs.
Yeah, it's not my
So,
vibe.
Okay, we need to explain what a chungalong is.
Chungalong is sort of like a bluegrass music. It's like
Like-
chungalong, long, long,
Yeah.
long, 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 long. I'll be
So David and I, it's funny because we've been friends so long. We both call it. We've dubbed it chungalong music.
Yeah.
And chungalong-along-along.
All right, guys, we've been talking a lot about the horse and buggy situation because you remember, like we reported a couple months ago, like the commissioners were like, no more by September.
Yeah.
You're out of here. I mean, it's sad, but that's the truth. The sad part is because some of these families have been around doing the horse and buggy carriages for over 20 years, and they have this specific space. So just the other day, let me see here, the city commissioners early decision to not renew the company's franchise after multiple violations, effectively ending its long run in St. Augustine horse-drawn carriage world. Now, the big question is not whether the county carriages have to leave or when they have to leave. The part appears settled. The question is, how much time is fair, safe, and realistic to move out after 2 decades on the property? They've got this like really special stable property off of Riberia Street, and the city owns that. So since they're not renewing those contracts, they've got to vacate those premises. They've got to get the horses that live there onto another area. So at Monday's City Commission meeting, Commissioner Cynthia Garris raised concern that 30 days may not be enough time to pack up 20
That's
years of
true.
operation and relocate the equipment, and most importantly, make sure the horses are properly handled. City Manager David Burcham said this is more complicated than a typical lease turnover, while also indicating there may be limited flexibility depending on the circumstances. And here's where the story gets a little bit bigger than the actual paperwork itself, because the future of the horses is now part of an emotional center of this whole thing.
Yeah.
Local advocates and rescue groups have reportedly been in contact with sanctuaries that may be able to take them. Meanwhile, supporters of the operator argue that this has become tangled in a broader push to end the carriage industry altogether. So we're here, and it's not simple business move of like, we're just not going to renew the lease, see you later, goodbye. No, we've got to figure out and have compassion for these horses. So what do we owe animals when a human system finally changes? Mel, get into some of this.
So the city is trying to balance 2 different responsibilities. On one side, there are lease terms, enforcement concerns, and a history of violations that led the franchise to not be renewed.
Right.
On the other side, I'm like a teapot.
You're doing great, sweetie.
On the other side, there's a practical challenge of moving horses, equipment, and a long-running operation in a short amount of time. Commissioner Barbara Blonder emphasized the need to follow established rules, especially because the city has faced criticism in the past over enforcement in the carriage program.
Okay.
This is a super important piece because public trust depends on rules being applied consistently.
I mean, I see both sides of the story here.
I do too, even though the situation is emotional.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I mean, I can see how a whole community can disagree with the horse and buggies because they really do. They sort of clog, the traffic and the flow of how everything goes. We're a different era now in St. Augustine.
Yeah, but also, too, there's the whole the Riberia Street property's future. That's also unclear. Once the county carriages leave, the city will have to decide what happens next to that on-site acreage.
I feel like that 30-day window, I agree with Commissioner Garris that it might be a little bit too short.
I think it's too short.
Especially when we're dealing with the welfare of these giant animals.
And it's not like you're transporting a cat. You put in a cat carrier in the car, a dog.
This is a big deal. And to find the right cadence to make sure that these horses get the actual care that they need, we need to take that time. And it's already a bitter pill for these businesses or this business to swallow because they can't do it anymore. So I get both sides.
I see both sides of it.
But I hope both sides know how to obviously they know that it is something sensitive.
To be honest, I think they're both looking at the animal safety and welfare. I think that one is really yes, I think they're all really trying to work together on that.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Yeah, more to come with that, and we'll be obviously reporting about what's going on with those horses because
Keep it up.
we are an animal network. We love animals.
175,000%.
Oh boy, you're gonna get fussy.
I want to see. I'm
You're
gonna
gonna
let you
get
chat,
fussy.
then I'm gonna throw the pickup.
Okie dokie. All right, the St. Augustine. We're still with the commissioners. They have approved a new monument sign for Davis Shores to be installed near Davis Shores Park along Anastasia Boulevard. Right after you get off the Bridge of Lions, it'll be right there. So the sign passed 4-1 with Commissioner John DePreter voting no because he thought the structure was simply too large. He reportedly compared it to the size of a 2-car garage and said it looked more like something outside of a condo building than a neighborhood marker.
Oh
Look
my
at that.
God.
What do you think?
I don't like.
It looks a little.
It looks like you're gonna go to the zoo,
cheesy.
like Disneyland, Disney
it
World.
doesn't really say the history
you
of
know
Davis
what?
Shores. Like, guys, so Davis Shores, really quick. This
Always floods.
Is it's a man-made island, and so they built this sort of like obviously when people say, oh, I'm going over to the island, they're going over to like the Davis Shores area, and so it does flood often because obviously the water line actually goes over the land line. So. Anyway, long story short, I don't know how I feel about the sign.
I don't like it. It reminds me when you're driving to Disney and it's like, welcome to Disney World.
It's such a historic island. It doesn't fit there. It does. I agree with John on this because it does look, you got that feeling of you're going into like a Marsh Creek Country Club. You know what I mean? It kind of feels that way. It's like, is this a gated community?
I think it could have been different.
I think it could have been different.
But I do like that there's signage there now.
I don't
feel
mind
like
it.
The people need something
I
there.
didn't think we needed it, but okay.
I don't know.
I think that the Lions there enough was such a. I
think there's better way to spend the dollars.
Interesting. Let's see. Mayor Nancy Sykes-Klein, who lives in Davis Shores, interesting, okay, said the historic neighborhood is nearly 100 years old and deserves roadside recognition. She also said the sign has a broad neighborhood support on this. Okay, so that if they want it,
people want it. It's their
neighborhood. So
good for
interesting.
them.
We'll see what happens with this sign. Change the font. How about that?
I think that's my main issue.
That's my main issue.
I like the shape of it,
Change
and I
the
like
font.
that it's made of coquina.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
because coquina is like the crushed shells, and then they put a cement in it.
Right.
But I don't like the font.
Something with the font. Yeah, change the font. I'm wondering if they're going to do that.
Let's
oh my
go to
goodness.
Old Town
Let's
Trolley.
just go to Old Town Trolley. Ding ding.
Sit back and relax and take it easy, baby, and let it go as Old Town Trolley's licensed and talented tour conductors share over 500 years of St. Augustine history. Guests will enjoy the city's European flavor, brick-lined streets, and sites such as the Castillo de San Marcos, the Fountain of Youth, and Henry Flagler's former Ponce de Leon Hotel. This 90-minute tour features 22 stops and covers more than 100 points of interest. Guests can use their ticket all day for on and off reboarding. You got to check out hometownpass.com.
No, yeah. Let me do attractions. Oh my gosh. Hey guys, real quick. St. Augustine Attractions Association. Sonnies, before you plan your next St. Augustine adventure, start with the people who know where the real magic lives. We are so proud to welcome the St. Augustine Attractions Association to Sunny TV. We're going to be highlighting all of the local attractions that are members under the Attraction Association to show you the best of the best that we have in our town. Think of them as your trusted guide to attractions, tours, landmarks, museums, experiences, and memory-making places that truly help to tell the story of our town, because St. Augustine is not just a destination, it's a history lesson, boo.
Yes.
You've got to go to St. Augustine Attractions, FL.com.
All right, guys, get ready to sing and dance with us because these songs are going to get stuck in your head. First up.
Will you still love me for the rest of your life? I got a lot of love and I don't want to let go. Will you still love me for the rest of my life?
Because I can't
Go on.
I
Oh, yeah,
can't do
because
it.
I can't go on.
I can't go that high.
No, I can't go on. No, I can't go on
if I'm
on my own.
This was released in 1986 by Chicago.
That was a hot mess at the end.
Yeah, The New Era is the first top 10 hit after Peter Cetera left the band.
That's right.
The song-
Peter left.
He did leave. The song became a big hit, reaching number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100.
My God.
All right, you ready for this one? I just died in your arms tonight. Must have been something you said. I just died in your arms tonight. I should have walked away.
Yeah.
This is by Cutting Crew. It was released in 1986.
I like that song.
And in 1987, it was the U.S. breakthrough.
It was a big deal. Did you like that song?
I did like that song. It became number 1 in the U.S. It's one of those songs that enters the room wearing leather, eyeliner, and unresolved romantic
I
drama.
really am feeling that vibe. Yes.
Now this one. This got like
almost paradise. Ooh, off key.
We're knocking on heaven's door.
Lower. Almost paradise. How could we ask for
And now it's
more?
raining.
That was so much better. I swear that I can see forever in your eyes.
Oh,
Paradise.
We're so sorry.
I don't care.
Ann Wilson. This song was made famous because of the movie Footloose. It became the theme song.
I love that. And Ann Wilson was the lead singer of Heart.
Yes.
That's my girl.
I like
Listen,
Heart.
I saw Heart at the amphitheater, you guys. She's
them.
what, 70, 72 years old, something like that? She sounds incredible.
Yes?
Like, I mean, I followed Tori Amos when I was growing up. Obviously,
Who
you know
doesn't
that.
like Tori Amos?
Well, this is a very interesting hot topic because her register, like her voice register, has changed. So
What?
she can't hit those high notes anymore. So she has changed all of these notes for a lower registrar.
sounds like we need to do that.
But sounds like we need to do that. Well, well, she's been leaning on her backup singers to use the higher notes. She's getting grilled in the blogs about it. I know. Can you imagine?
Shut up, people.
So going back to Ann Wilson, Ann Wilson is still laying it down. Barracuda sounded crystal
Guess
clear.
what?
Yep.
And Angie says you both are singing great.
Oh,
My mom says great harmonizing, guys. Absolutely fabulous.
All I need is you guys. That's perfect. Listen, we sing with all conviction.
So we are going to. David's going to help me make this. AKA David's going to make this.
Yeah.
We're going to make a reel of like our best songs we sing, and then we're going to make a blooper reel of where we just screw it all up.
Oh, it'll be a hot mess and a hand
So
roll.
good.
Speaking of hot mess, I got Sunshine Shenanigans. You guys ready?
Do it. Do
All right,
it.
I got another one of these angry waitress stories today,
Yes.
guys. All right, here we go. Sunshine Shenanigans comes from Texas, so shout out to Vicky, where the tea was sweet, the ranch was flowing, and apparently one restaurant receipt left the building with unfinished emotional business. According to police, a waitress named Megan. I don't know if I love the name
No,
Megan.
you know what it is? People change the spelling of the names. They make it weird. So you know what? Of course, Megan is their
Well,
shenanigan.
obviously, Megan's pissed because that's what her parents named her. Has been working on a Saturday lunch rush. We all know that it's not just a shift, it's a live action obstacle course with ketchup packets. Now, this table comes in. There's parents, there's kids, there's drinks, they need extra napkins, they need more ranch, they need more ranch again. The kids are spilling. She's mopping it up. She's doing the things that you know when you have a high maintenance table. Let's see. Megan allegedly served them what co-workers later described as above and beyond energy. The refills landed before the cups were empty. I love waitress. I love that. I love when someone is with it. There's nothing like going to a restaurant and you get the best
You know
service.
what I will say? There is an art to being a good server.
True story.
You have to anticipate what the guest needs.
I love that.
And you got to be able to change personalities like you.
Real quick,
like that
yeah.
chugga, chugga,
Get your
chugga,
flair
chugga
on,
con.
Bennigans. All right. So what happened was,
happened?
so she brings the bill to the table. They fill everything out and they go on their way, but they left zero.
Let's see her.
Zero for the tip. No, I just pulled
I know, I
pulled
love
a
it. I
silly
wanted to put
waitress
her.
picture. But zero for the tip. There was no cash on the table. There's no like, we'll Venmo you spiritually. Now, most people would go
Spiritually.
back, complain to a coworker, eat one emotional French fry, and then move on with their lives. What can you do,
Oh,
right?
Megan, let's see. What you got?
Megan, still pissed about her name. She allegedly entered the chat with only I can describe as full courtroom waitress mode. Police say she printed the receipt, ready? Highlighted the tip line, circled the zero, and somehow used their loyalty rewards account to track down the customer on face
don't
pages.
do that. Don't do that.
Megan, you're spinning out of control, baby. When the story leaves the restaurant drama, not boards flaming a platoon boat headed straight for it, ma'am, absolutely not. Because later that day, outside Dipstick Daycare, the parents noticed a woman standing near the entrance holding a receipt in the air like she was presenting evidence on Dateline mozzarella stick unit.
Oh, no.
She allegedly wasn't screaming. She was just asking, after all I did for your table, really? Which honestly is the exact sentence every service industry worker has whispered into the void after refilling a Diet Coke number 6. One parent thought she was collecting donations. Another thought she was some kind of PTA fundraiser. And when they saw the highlighted line with tip $0, and suddenly realized everyone was not at a bake sale. Oh my God. Things reportedly even got weirder when Megan allegedly asked the daycare staff if the child understood what generosity means at home.
Oh, no, ma'am.
No, ma'am, no
you
ham.
go back in your car and you go back home.
We cannot bring the toddler into a tipping discourse here, Megan. Oh my God. So police had to arrive because she was obviously making craziness, and confused parents started recording from the parking lot because that's what they do these days. Nothing says modern America like 12 adults filming a woman with a highlighter and some grievance. When deputies questioned Megan, she allegedly said, "I wasn't stalking them. I was deserving.
No,
I
you
was
were
delivering
stalking."
accountability." And Sonny's, that's the kind of sentence you would say to a group chat that has failed to talk you down, which makes sense. She obviously was arrested and charged with harassment, then later released, but the internet naturally grabbed this story like a lemon wedge. Unfortunately, Megan is no longer at the restaurant, offered to find other employment opportunities. You're not implying at boat drinks, Megan. We don't need that energy, boo boo.
No.
She likes some spicy though.
Let's do some movies of yesteryear.
Yeah.
Ready? First up, we have Uncle Buck. It was released in 1989,
Love
starring
Uncle
John
Buck.
Candy, Macaulay Culkin. And it was directed by one of my favorite directors, Mr. John Hughes.
Right, and wasn't Macaulay Culkin in what was it, Home Alone, right? With
So-
John Hughes.
Yep, John Candy was the whole heart of the film. Uncle Buck works because John Candy makes Buck chaotic, messy, and irresponsible.
I used to love John
lovable,
Candy.
protective, and weirdly wise all at once.
He was incredible.
He's not polished, but he shows up.
Yeah.
And that's what this whole movie's emotional engine is
I
about.
loved this movie. Uncle Buck was so iconic. Yeah.
So Buck's car is practically its own character. The smoky, backfiring old Mercury Marquis is legendary. Every time it arrives, the sound, it's like a haunted couch. I love this. And The Sandlot. I love
that's
this movie.
the kids' baseball movie
Yes,
with the big dog.
And then they grow up. My favorite line from this movie, if anybody remembers The Sandlot, he goes, "Forever."
I remember
The
that.
best. This was
Forever.
released in 1993, and it became a beloved classic over time through home video, cable TV, sleepovers, and every child who ever yelled, "You're killing me, Smalls!"
That's right.
Yes. So "You're Killing Me, Smalls" became bigger than the movie. Patrick Renna's line became one of the most quoted lines of the 90s. It's now basically an emotional response to mild inconvenience. The Beast was played by more than one dog.
Oh, really?
The terrifying neighborhood dog was made to feel larger than life through movie magic, clever camera angles, puppetry, and a trained dog.
Wow.
Childhood trauma, professionally produced.
Oh my gosh, I thought it was only one dog. Well, that's a great little movie recap.
Yes.
All right, Sonnies, as we move into the rest of our day, I keep thinking about Captain Rob and Captain Whitney from Boat Drinks today. We talked about rum, brunch, food specials, and of course, pups on the patio.
Yeah.
But underneath all of that fun was something much bigger. The power of a place where people feel free to simply be. And because a great spot is never about what's in the glass or on the plate, it's about how you feel when you walk in. Safe, welcome, unedited. Places like Boat Drinks remind us that freedom can be simple. It can sound like laughter on the patio or petting some pups. It can also look like your dog under the table, your friends around you, and nobody asking you to shrink yourself to fit in the room. Guys, that matters this day and age. In a world that can be where people feel judged and divided or too much, this is a welcoming place where it really becomes a sacred spot. It says, come as you are, there's room for you here. So, Sonnies, as you move through the rest of your day, find those places, protect those places, and support those places, because that's going to be a safe space for somebody else. That's what this world needs. More open doors, more inclusivity, more wide tables, more safe corners where joy can breathe. So thanks so much for Captain Rob and Captain Whitney for being here today, and everyone else who makes safe spaces where people can feel seen and celebrated and fully alive. Don't go away.
Throw up a heart emoji if you love David's outros and his affirmations, because I think it's absolutely amazing.
I think it's so important. I think it's a good
is.
reminder for people to remember your value. And you guys are so incredible. You have big hearts, and you should celebrate that every single day. Guys, the Sunshine Brigade will be rolling back at 3 o'clock today for
Yes.
Afternoon Delight. We got those mics back, baby.
Hey, let's go.
We love you guys. We'll see you soon. Bye, Sonnies.
Bye, guys.